What's up, everybody? Have I got a treat for you today? This apartment is easily the most amazing apartment we've been in. Not the most amazing view, that was Malta, but the apartment itself, oh my god, it's so good. First, I need to switch over to this wide angle lens so that I can get a better view of everything, so 1 second. There, is that wider? Look better? Hi, Mom.
Hi.
She's cleaning up. We always clean up after ourselves, that's just how we do. As always, I'm gonna walk you through the apartment first, and then when that's said and done, I will give you my own personal experiences from being in this place, and then we'll go over the pros and cons. So first, let's walk through the front door. Walking in the front door, ignore our luggage. You have a half bath right here. It's got your standard toilet, a little sink. There is a area for washer and dryer connections. There isn't one in here, so you will have to wash your clothes by hand. Not that big of a deal. Love this mirror, by the way. Here's the living room. There's a door here to go out to the patio, which we'll see in a moment. There's a small little nook desk there. Very comfortable couch, television, the works. Going in here, you will find the kitchen. Very well equipped kitchen with a gas stove with an electric lighter, igniter, which is nice. Don't have to use matches like we did in Sicily. There's a microwave, a full-sized fridge, which is always a huge plus. There's a full array of pots and pans and dishes, glasses, forks, like the whole nine. Everything's here. You will not be missing anything in this kitchen. And then we have the dining room. Very simple dining room, but you don't really need much. There are some board games you can use. You've got a drying rack for your clothes over there, a little table you can sit at and drink coffee in the mornings, decent sized balcony. I mean, not really much of a view, you know, in the way of beautiful things to look at from here, but it is nice just to sit there and watch people drink coffee. I mean, it gives you something to look at. It's not awful. And it's not loud, which is a huge plus. It's very quiet here. These doors, all of these doors like open up. I'll show you the windows in the bedroom. Let's do that now. So walking from the living room, we'll walk into bedroom number 1. This would be like the kids' room, I guess you could say. There's a small bed here, a medium-sized bed here, which, if you know anything about my travels so far, the beds here always suck. This one really isn't an exception to that rule. It's just as uncomfortable as the rest of the beds we've slept in an Airbnb, but I'm gonna chalk that up to us just being Americans and used to having really soft beds. Maybe that's why the Europeans all have frowns on their faces, because they always sleep on hard beds. Anyways, here's the window I promised. This big glass pane that you can actually open as well. And then there's this significantly smaller one. They both close, but you do get a nice view out of them. It might be incredibly difficult to tell here because of the wide angle lens that I have on, but you have a view of the mountains in the background. You can actually check one of my recent videos. I show you a nighttime and a daytime shot comparison between the mountains. There's actually a village up there. Anyways, moving on. That's really nice if you work from your laptop and you need somewhere to sit. The chair is not that comfortable, it's like plastic, but the chairs in the dining room all have these little padded cushions that you can just steal like I did. I stacked all 4 of them on that one chair. I work from my laptop for about 8 to 10 hours a day, so I need somewhere comfortable to sit. Stealing those cushions for that desk was the option that I went with. It's not bad though, you've got plenty of space. I had enough for my 17-inch laptop and my second screen, 17-inch second screen monitor to go up here, my keyboard and mouse. There's plenty of room on this desk. It's like an average size, I don't know, 5-foot desk or whatever. Having these windows wide open like this, and the windows in here really help create this nice breeze, this draft throughout the entire apartment, which is fantastic. All the doors and the windows in here actually serve as 2 purposes, so don't be alarmed if you turn the handle the wrong way. This way is locked. The door's not opening. This way, in the middle, swings the door open this way. If you swing it up, it will actually swing out like that, so that you can let some air in, but not have the whole door open. The first time my mom did that, she freaked out and thought that the door was gonna fall over. She was like, Austin, be careful how you turn the handle. I almost made the door fall over. It was great. And as you can see, the windows here do the same thing. It's really nice. Speaking of nice finishes to the apartment, all of the doors and cabinets in here, check this out. They don't slam. Most of the doors and most of the drawers don't slam. They have that little catch thing. What is that called, Mom? Alright, whatever it's called, it's slam resistant. I don't know. But this entire apartment is filled with just those nice little touches that just make it feel solid. It gives it that sense of luxury. Alright, out of the bedroom, into the master bedroom. I guess you can consider this the master bedroom. It has the largest bed. Not really much to offer. You get the same view because the bedrooms are right next to each other. There is an extremely large closet here though, with tons of closet space. Hi there, you. All of the doors slide open like that one, and there's ample room to shove whatever you need to in here. The lighting in the bedrooms is really cute too. Alright, moving on. Leaving the master bedroom into the bathroom, you will notice right away a huge garden tub, which is where we just shoved all of our linens so they can be washed. It's really nice. There's a shower that obviously goes up and down. There is no shower curtain, but it's not an issue. Water doesn't get everywhere when you use it, and if it does, there's a drain down there. Toilet, tons of toilet paper, and then you have a really nice sized mirror. There's really good lighting in the mirror, so if you're putting your makeup on or whatever. And then there's like this heat lamp thing up here. Let me turn this light off so you can see it better, but yeah, that thing gets hot. I made the mistake of taking a bath, a really long hot bath, with that thing on, and by the time I was done, I felt like I was in a sauna. And again, you have plenty of room to store whatever you need to in here. There's hooks so you can hang your shower bag or whatever, towels. And now a tour of the decor before we get into the pros and cons and my personal experiences. Now that you've had the tour, let's talk about my experiences, and let's start with the host, Demir. Probably pronouncing that wrong. I'm sorry if you're watching. He was fantastic. Zooming in for dramatic effect. He was amazing. Bar none, the best host I have ever had with Airbnb. The guy was great. I cannot praise him enough. Our train came in late to Zagreb. He was here in the apartment waiting for us at like 10 o'clock at night or something like that. Rung the doorbell, buzzed us up, did the typical, this is where the grocery store is, here's the keys, this is the apartment tour, like here's some things that you can do. You know, the stuff that you kind of expect from an Airbnb host. This guy went above and beyond. He filled every request that we had and then some. He was even willing to jack up the internet speed when we got here. And I'm like, it's not that important, because as you guys know, with every apartment that I stay at, internet is the most important thing. A, so I can bring you these lovely videos that I make, and B, you know, I have a nighttime job. Like I said, I work 8 to 10 hours a day at the computer. I need stable internet to do my job. But he was willing to jack up the internet speed. I told him it was unnecessary. I'm only gonna be here for a week, not that important. And the internet speed is good enough, especially after being in Italy for a month. Oh my God. The internet speed in Italy is a joke. I don't even know why they call that internet. It's really not. It's more like digital signals carried by carrier pigeons. So there you go, speedtest.net. Now, I was actually pulling faster speeds than 7 down and 1.25 up, but it's on my phone and it never goes well there. Regardless, internet speed was enough for what I needed it for. One of the requests that we had was an extra set of keys, because I'm on a night shift schedule and my mother wakes up early enough to make the rooster coffee schedule. So we come and go at different times. We don't always venture out together. So we need an extra set of keys to get around. He showed up the next day, brought us an extra set of keys. Mother was drinking a glass of wine, mentioned to him that she liked wine. Next thing you know, the next day, you can see in a previous video of mine, he shows up with a bottle of his homemade wine. I mean, who does that? Who does that? Dude shows up with a bottle of homemade wine. That was amazing, very tasty, and just super nice. He was very responsive. Anytime I sent him a message, like within seconds, it seemed like he was Johnny on the spot and replied back to us with whatever we needed. It was insane. The rest of the hosts on Airbnb can take a play out of this guy's book. Demir, you're wonderful and I love you. And now I'm gonna change this lens back. By the way, this video was in no way sponsored by Red Bull or endorsed by Airbnb or the host in any way. I was not, I repeat, I was not persuaded or gifted anything like that wine to make a good review. This is, as always, my honest opinion, and I will never accept bribery in any way to leave any particular type of feedback for any place I stay. I didn't have a single bad experience with the host or the apartment the entire time I was here, which was only a week, but that can speak volumes compared to some of the other places that I've been to, especially Venice. Ugh. It's that time again! Pros and cons! First, let's cover the cons. It's a very short list. Con number 1, I can't think of enough cons to fill the con section of this video. Con number 2, I will now judge every Airbnb that I go to as this place. This is the new bar for Airbnb, and I don't think very many places are gonna be able to meet my expectations that I've had in comparison to this place. It's just not fair. It really isn't. This place is amazing. It's not expensive. It's wonderful. Oh yeah, we're talking about cons. Hang on. Oh, the beds. The beds are awful. Again, coming from an American who's used to really soft, comfy, cozy beds. These beds are horrible. Okay, and that about wraps it up for the con section. Let's talk pros. The host is amazing. The location is fan-frickin-tastic. There's an enormous shopping mall that way. That way? One of these ways. That way. The arena is over there too. There's a bus stop and a tram stop really close by. There's a tobacco store where you can buy your tram tickets that are super cheap. Local bakery right downstairs. There's a grocery store right downstairs. There's a bigger grocery store a block that way. There's an even bigger grocery store 2 blocks that way. If you fancy gambling, there's a casino downstairs. There's a coffee shop when you look over the balcony. There's a coffee shop across the street that way. There's a coffee shop across the street that way. If you rent a car, there's parking available. The location couldn't get any better, unless it was like right in the middle of the Plitvice Lakes. The waterfalls, you haven't seen that video. It's coming out in 3 days from the release of this video, I think. Stay tuned, because in like 3, maybe 4 days, there's a video coming out of the waterfalls that we visited. The national park was insane. Location, A++++. The amenities, you have everything you need, period. There's nothing you're gonna miss. If there's something you need, this place has it, minus the washer and dryer, but I'm used to that and I wash all my clothes by hand anyways. It's even got the Insta hot water heater thing that I love so much. You never run out of hot water. That means you could fill that massive garden tub all the way up to the top and not run out of hot water. How freaking awesome is that? By the way, this apartment is handicap accessible. The building has a really nice elevator that works out perfectly if you're in a wheelchair. Thank God I'm not anymore. But you can just like wheel in, and when you push the button and you go up, the doors open on the opposite side, so you can just wheel straight out. There's no like trying to turn around or back into the elevator, just wheel in, wheel off. The only thing I wish this apartment did have was roof access, so that I can get up there and like launch my drone from the roof, but it's not allowed in Croatia anyways, but it still would have been nice to have done it regardless. I'm running out of nice things to say about this place, and I'm generally not a nice person. Another thing I wanted to mention real quick is the price. To rent this apartment for 1 week was about $220, $250, I don't remember exactly, but it was in that ballpark. It wasn't awful. Obviously that's without a month discount, so if you were gonna stay here for a month, it'd probably be, I don't know, less than $1,000. All right, that wraps about everything up. Demir should be here in just a few minutes to get the keys, and then we are out of here.
Let's make a run together, I'll be by your side before we collide. And if the sky falls down on you, just beat it up.